What is going on, guys? My name is Felix and welcome to the video. Today, I've kind of been a little bit intrigued because the Idleman recently collaborated with Ross Wilson to showcase his Supreme archive. So today we're going to talk about my personal opinion about the brand Supreme and kind of my history, the history of the brand, my purchases, what I think of the brand currently, and where I think the brand will go in the future. So Supreme was founded in 1994 by James Jebbia. A store opened up on Lafayette Street in New York, just as a normal skate store, but he opened the store with 3 tees: the Box Logo tee, the Afro Skater tee, and the Taxi Driver tee. 2 of these were reissued in 2014 on the 20th anniversary of the opening of the store. To be honest, that's all you really need to know about Supreme. Up until then, they've been doing loads of collaborations with the likes of Nike, Vans, Double Taps, Bape, Comme des Garçons, North Face, a whole bunch. They've been doing them for years, and that's kind of increased the popularity of the brand. Now, up until now, the brand has now reached its highest popularity, and it's still growing and growing and growing. But over the past probably about a year and a half, it's grown immensely and much more than the previous years. So I was first introduced into the brand in 2014. My friend had the Stars side bag and some like Aztec print camp cap. And I was like, oh, they're really cool, they're really interesting. I used to borrow them now and then, wear them around. And that kind of got me a little bit interested. And that was spring, summer 2014. Fall, winter 2014 kind of falls around. And I'm like, oh, I get a little bit interested. I have a look at the pieces, and the first time I actually look at the website is on the release of the Box Logo drop of 2014. My mum actually came up to me and saying, oh yeah, I saw these kids sitting outside this store in London, oh, Supreme. And I was like, oh yeah, I know. And then went on the website and found out about the Box Logo release. So added the 2 up and worked it out. I made my first purchase in spring, summer 2015. I bought 3 t-shirts: the Neil Young tee, the Moth tee that is heavily inspired by Silence of the Lambs, and a normal camp cap. That season is where I bought most of my clothes. I bought quite a few. I actually ended up going to the fall winter 15 drop like the second day on my own at 7 in the morning, which was quite fun. I have to say, I made quite a few friends that day and it was really cool. That's kind of what the spirit was like back then. You used to queue up outside, everyone used to be friendly, but now going to like lineups and queues is really hostile and I don't really like it at all. So since then I've kind of bought less and less Supreme. Most notably last year, I think I only bought 1 piece and that was it. I only bought 1 piece last year for my personal self. I bought a few things that I thought I might like, but I ended up reselling them because I wasn't going to wear them. I bought the NARS tee because I am a big fan of the photo tees, but again, I could only get the grey colourway and that's a bit of a pain. So now my honest opinion on Supreme is I don't like the big logos. All the big logo stuff I'm not a huge fan of. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not. I like the nicer pieces that are like cut and sew, the nicer hoodies, the nicer jackets, more for the design rather than the logo itself. That's my current standpoint on the brand, and that's what I think about it. So as far as the whole resale culture goes, in the UK it's a lot less than it is in the US. USA, it's all about big money stuff. The brand is no longer like a clothing brand, it's more of an investment and a like money attraction, I guess. That's a shame because a lot of the resale stores out there are to blame for that, as well as a bunch of YouTubers like Blake Linder and Blazendary. Again, I have nothing against these guys. These guys are actually kind of inspiring me and influencing me to do a lot of videos on YouTube, and I admire their work. They've worked really hard for that. Just a little disclaimer. But yeah, they've always used YouTube videos as a way to show off how much they bought the Supreme item for. So for example, Blazendary did a video the other day saying, oh, I spent $10,000 on Supreme. Cool. I don't personally care. I'm not really too bothered by that. I know a lot of people are interested by that because of the status of Supreme and money, and that's kind of a shame. This comes with the whole hypebeast culture that's kind of developed over the past year and a half. It's kind of grown and become the main like entry point for people into streetwear. The same thing's happening in the UK. The whole resale market is actually increasing quite a bit, which for resellers is good, and for people holding older items, it's a lot better because people are going to be able to like get rid of the clothes that they don't wear anymore and buy newer pieces for a lot cheaper. However, that means that a lot of the newer hyped pieces are going to be extremely expensive on the resale market, some of which they never were before, which is a big shame because a lot of the older pieces that I really like, I won't be able to get because they're in the £400 or £500 for a pair of t-shirt or a pair of trousers, and I'm really not up for paying that amount. So as for the future, I think Supreme is just going to grow and grow. Obviously with their recent collaboration with Louis Vuitton, they've definitely cemented themselves in the whole streetwear scene, even though they had before. They're almost pushing into the high fashion scene with the whole Louis Vuitton collaboration. That of course kind of sent a wave through the whole fashion world and started really giving Supreme like a status in the whole fashion industry. The Carlyle Group actually bought a part of Supreme, I think it was 50% shares, which just means it's going to grow and grow. There's going to be more publicity for the brand and they're going to open more stores worldwide, meaning the brand will be a lot more accessible and the clothes will be a lot easier to get, which to be honest is going to be good for a lot of people, bad for resellers. Might impact the culture as it is, but that's fine. The culture adapts and grows. That's what happens. But anyway guys, I'm have to say I love the brand. It's one of my favorite brands at the moment. I always look forward to a new release every single week. It's always interesting to see what they'll do each season. New collaborations are so good because I must say they have a lot of very good collaborations. They do collaborate with like Japanese brands, English brands, like semi-high-end brands, North Face, workwear. It kind of brings everything in, and they kind of create a streetwear hub for everyone, even though it's just a normal skate store. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your opinions on Supreme down below. Also tell me what your favorite grail is, because my favorite grail is, well, my number one grail is definitely that 3-6 Mafia tee in purple. Whew, that t-shirt is so pink. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. That was such a lame exit.